So we've been covering how Donald Trump and his family and his business are basically all part of a criminal enterprise, and that thus far Donald Trump has evaded any sort of responsibility or justice or accountability, but how it may come. But there was a very interesting editorial yesterday from the Boston Globe, a major paper, calling for Donald Trump to be charged and likely arrested and convicted for the crimes he committed. That the Boston Globe, one of the bigger papers in the United States, not at the New York Times and WAPO level, but a big second level paper, is making one of the first full-throated calls for Trump to face criminal charges because it's necessary for democracy. They basically make like three broad arguments. The first is that Donald Trump needs to be seen as an example. Not that you're going to treat him unfairly, but that his actions are going to cause consequences, especially if there's a sense from politicians now and in the future that he got away with it. That if Donald Trump gets away with what he did at the Capitol and what he's done through his grifting and his lies and his tax cheating and all these sorts of things, then other politicians are going to do the same, if not worse. Remember, the Republican lesson from January 6th isn't that Trump is dangerous, isn't that Trump is bad, isn't that Trumpism needs to be thrown in the dustbin of history. The lesson for Republicans thus far has been to lie about January 6th or ignore it, or both, or in some cases to even defend it, if only partially. And they're doing that because so far, legally and politically, Donald Trump has gotten away with it. And so right now, you're emboldening fascism and far-right politics by not charging Donald Trump with crimes and not doing your best to throw him in the slammer. And this applies to democratic norms as well, because as long as a president can use his power, illegally especially, to undermine democracy, to try to steal an election, to basically say that I'm going to, launch a coup in August to come back to power, that I'm going to overthrow Joe Biden. Remember, if Trump wants to come back in August, it's the only way it's going to happen. These sorts of things corrode democracy, and Donald Trump needs to face consequences there. And finally, there's like an apprehension that, charging a former president would be bad for democracy because it sort of politicizes the legal system, that it's making you use the legal system as a tool of political retribution against a former president. And I understand that apprehension, but we have to be clear. Donald Trump did criminal things and so should therefore face criminal responsibility. That we have to be clear. What erodes society, what hurts society, what politicizes the justice system is protecting Trump just because he was once president. So this is a big moment. These are influential journalists at an influential paper basically saying that presidency be damned, Donald Trump belongs behind bars, and he must face the fullest consequences for his actions. I hope this is just the start of it, because while a lot of regular folks are talking about Donald Trump facing consequences, you need that to happen at the highest level. If Donald Trump is going to go behind bars, there needs to be a broad societal consensus. People have to remember that as long as folks like Donald Trump can effectively launch coups and then get to live in luxury mansions, they're not going to learn their lesson. If you lock Trump up, it may scare the next Republican fascist.